Hello students, good morning. Today in this lecture we will solve problem of parallel force system. See what is given, we will go through it. Three forces are represented in figure, right? 7 kilonewton, 9 kilonewton and 15 kilonewton. Length of rod is what? 1, 2, 1, 1. 4 plus 1, 5 meter is the length. Carefully you have to read problem. What is given? The resultant of three forces shown in figure. Okay, three forces are shown in figure. And the other two forces P and Q, which are not given in figure. It is given in wording. The other two forces P and Q acting at A and B. Means what is resultant given? It is of 5 forces. 3 are shown in figure. 2 are what? P and Q, which are acting at A and B. And your resultant is a couple of magnitude 120 kilonewton meter. When resultant what is given is what? Resultant of given force system is what? Resultant is a couple and its magnitude is how much? 120 kilonewton meter, and this is the direction clockwise. See here, suppose any body if we take, suppose this is a body, 100 Newton upward and 100 Newton downward. Resultant if we find out, positive 100 minus 100 plus minus 0 means resultant for 0, but 100 into this length of rod becomes what? Couple. Means whenever resultant of given force system is given as a couple, that means resultant force is definitely 0. Always keep in mind, whenever resultant of any force system is given as a couple of some magnitude in some direction, that means resultant force is what? 0, right? That means as per this wording, resultant is a couple of 120 kilonewton meter clockwise, therefore resultant force is what? 0. Now this is resultant of what? 5 forces, where 3 are shown, other 2 will represent at A and B. P is acting at A and Q is where? At B. Direction may be upward, may be downward. We will assume some direction. Now in anywhere in mechanics, whenever we will assume some force in some direction and we will apply equation, we don't know what is the direction, maybe upward, maybe downward. We will assume some direction. That assumption is important. After solving problem, if answer comes out to be positive, that means assumption is correct, means assumed direction is correct. If we will get answer negative, assumed direction is wrong. Clear? Again I will repeat. Whenever we will assume any force in some particular direction and after applying equations, if we will get positive answer, assumed direction is correct, and if answer is negative, assumed direction is wrong, then we will change the direction. Okay, so P and Q are acting at A and B. We are free to assume maybe P upward or downward. Here also maybe Q upward or maybe downward. What we will do, I will represent in vertically upward direction. Okay, so this force which is acting at A is what? Force P, and the force which is acting at B is what? Force Q. Okay, P and Q. Now resultant force 0 hai. As resultant force is 0, what is the method to find out resultant of parallel force system? Simply we will add forces, all are acting in vertical direction. That means can I use equation R is what? Summation of all forces along y-axis, assuming vertically upward forces positive, and R is what? 0. R is what? 0. Now what are the forces? Say unknown forces. I will write first one. P upward a positive, Q is upward positive, minus 7 downward, 9 upward, right, and 15 downward, negative. That means P plus Q, if we will find out, P plus Q is what? 7 plus 15, 22, 22 minus 9, करेक्ट है 13 with positive sign. Yes, is this right? This is what 13. Equation number 1. देखो P and Q इक्वल के पास इट इज 7 इधर गया प्लस हो गया प्लस 15 हुआ 22 एंड 9 माइनस हो जाएगा 22 माइनस 9 13 हो गया नंबर 1 फर्स्ट इक्वेशन. Next equation we'll find out from this one. Resultant is a couple of this magnitude. A resultant couple means what? Sum of moments of all the forces about any point on the body. So resultant couple means summation of moments, say of all the forces about say point A. If we take, you are free to select moment center anywhere. But mostly about A or about B if we take, advantage is what? About A moment of P becomes what? 0. So in equation we will get only one unknown Q. Or you can take sum of moments about point B and that resultant couple is same 120 kilonewton meter clockwise. If we take moment at B, moment of Q becomes 0, what will get? P. Means one answer will get from resultant moment and then substitute in equation 1, we will find out what? Other unknown. Third, I am taking now sum of moment about point A equal to taking anti-clockwise moment positive. Moment of P moment of P 0. 7 का moment कैसा है? Clockwise. This is moment center A, force is acting in downward direction. How rod will rotate? Clockwise. Clockwise means what? As per sign convention, minus 7 into 1. Moment of 9, you are taking moment about A, force is acting in upward direction. How this will rotate? Anti-clockwise. What is the distance? Perpendicular distance 3 means plus 9 into 3. Moment of 15, if you take about A, 15 is in which direction? Downward. दिख रहा है ना? देखो 15 downward. How this will rotate? Direction of rotation of rod represent direction of movement. This is the rod 15. How this will rotate? Clockwise minus 15 into how much? 2 plus 1 plus 1. How much? 4. And then moment of Q upward है, hold rod at A. See effect at a time only effect of only one force you concentrate, right? At A, Q is acting like this. Moment at A तो anti-clockwise plus. Anti-clockwise means plus. Distance is what? 3 plus 2 5. Now this value if we'll find out, this one comes out to be how much? Use of calculator is allowed. This one is what? minus 7 plus 27 minus 16. This is how much? Minus 40. This is minus 40 plus 5Q. And this sum of moment means resultant moment is what? 120 kilonewton meter clockwise. So can I write minus 120 clockwise है, that's why minus. Clockwise है means as per sign convention 120 will write with minus sign. Now this 40 if we take here plus हो जाएगा. Minus 120 plus 40 means what? Minus 80. Minus 120 plus 40 minus 80 minus 80 is what? 5Q means Q is what? Answer negative. 80 divided by 5 minus so Q comes out to be 16 na? Minus 16 kilonewton. Minus 16 kilonewton. Negative sign represents what? कि assumed direction of Q is wrong, right? Means correct direction Q equal to 16 kilonewton direction downward. Assumption is wrong, right? A first answer. Now this Q value will substitute in equation number 1. In equation number 1, P plus Q, P plus Q answer is what? Minus 16 equal to what? 13. That means P comes out to be 16 plus 13 means 29 kilonewton answer positive. That means this assumed direction is correct. Means finally answers are what? P is 29 kilonewton upward and Q is what? 16 kilonewton downward. So that resultant force will get what? As 0, and resultant couple moment is what? 120 kilonewton meter clockwise. So in such question you have to read question carefully, right? What is the wording? The resultant of 3 forces acting on body and other 2 forces P and Q acting at A and B. इनका resultant दिया है. Clear? Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.